Hey everyone, it's Drummer here, and I thought I'd do something a little bit extra for 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to be showing you my setup. This here is my recording setup. So as you can see, it's a 2-monitor setup. I have my camera, my lights, and my mic. Starting off, you can see yourself. Look at that. So this is a camcorder. It does 1080 at 60. I use this because it films continuously, meaning that it'll just go till it fills up the SD card. It's not like this T7i that stops the recording after 30 minutes. I have a Blue Yeti microphone. It's not super great, but it's what I have, and it has pop filter. It has a shock mount hooked up to a tripod. This foam stuff around it was an attempt to cut down on the echo because this room, as you can see, it's very bare. There's nothing on the walls anywhere, so there's tons of echo in here, but it didn't really end up working. Connected to that, I have my Bayer 770 headphones. They're super nice headphones. I have an average Dell keyboard, a new Razer Death Adder V2 mouse, and a Razer mouse pad. This is a new 144 Hz Acer monitor, and then this is a 60 Hz Acer monitor. My lights are newer LED panels. The light bounces off the wall and then hits my face, so it diffuses the light. Over here, I have my old Skull Candy headphones. I have my Logitech Xbox controller, and I have a little 4GT Hot Wheel that I was given at a car show a year ago. This here is the controls for the lights. I have some LED string lights set up around the back of my setup just to cheer things up sometimes. I don't use them that often because they're extra bright, but it's very cool, and then you can change the colors. The lights were actually for photography, but these ones with the color changing only plug into a wall, and you can't really plug into a wall when you're out in nature or downtown or something doing a photo shoot. So I decided to throw them in my setup, and it makes it really nice. I have an Oregon Coast and Zion magnets here on my desk, and this is actually a standing desk. I don't use it as much as I should, but it's to be healthy. This wood stand here I built, and it's to have this monitor raised up more, so when I'm standing, it's actually at a good height level, but it makes for some good cubbies. So I have a notebook that I can write down ideas and a bunch of other stuff in, and over here, I have an SD card reader. You can kind of see it in there, and a keyboard. The keyboard is for making music in FL Studio. I mess around with that every once in a while. Down below, yeah, it's a rat's nest. It's a bunch of cords. Don't worry about it. But you might be wondering where the heck my computer is. Well, it's actually through that wall there. This white circle here is actually a hole in the wall where all my cords go through it to reach my computer. It's a weird setup, but it works. Then I have a whiteboard over here. That's for ideas. And then this is a whiteboard for my calendar to make sure all my videos are on time. Over here, there's 2 cushions just to cut down on sound a tiny bit. And then back here is what you see all the time. There's my chair, and then these are 2 trifold backgrounds, and there's some fabric velcroed so you can't see through the cracks, and so those just fold up. It makes for a nice clean background, and you can't see all the crap that's behind there. Like 4 years ago, when I was first starting to make videos, when I was making videos that I wasn't posting and such, this setup looked completely different compared to how it does now. The chair was a different chair. The Yeti was on its desk mount instead of a shock mount. I just had a normal Dell mouse. I just had this one monitor in the middle. I had a normal desk. I didn't have these lights. It was just a lamp on my desk. And before I started using this camera, I was using a webcam that was on a mini tripod on top of a Kleenex box. If you were wondering what my computer specs were, I have an AMD 8-core CPU, an MSI motherboard, 16 gigs of Corsair RAM, a 500 gig SSD, a 3 terabyte HDD, and a couple 1 terabytes. I have an RTX 2060, an old Corsair case, 650 watt Corsair power supply. That's the 60 hertz monitor. I haven't updated this list with the 144 hertz monitor, but those are my computer specs if any of you were wondering. This is my computer. You can't really see inside it too well, but you can see the CPU cooler, the RAM's right next to it, the graphics card, power supply, and all the hard drives on the side. And there's the rat's nest of cables behind there and the hole in the wall. Hope you like this setup tour and getting to see some behind the scenes stuff, and thanks again for 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you next time.